A lot of what people are worried about is how do I deal with all the compliance risk? Think about what you should be doing it with, not what you can do.
As artificial intelligence continues to evolve, more employers are trying to figure out what the next wave of innovation means for their workforce. With me to talk about the next evolution of AI at work are Vice President Managing Counsel Elena Almeida and Vice President and Chief Product Owner Naomi LaRiviere. So we've seen a boost of innovation since generative AI was introduced a few years ago. How would you describe the state of AI today?
Oh my gosh, it's frenetic. There's so much coming at us all at the same time. As a technologist, it's been like drinking through a fire hose for the last 2 years because, we had ChatGPT come out and then, everybody else with their models, Anthropic and Google, and every day, every 48 hours, there's something new that is coming our way, whether it's a new bell or whistle or new model that we have to play with. And I think, frenetic is also exciting. It means that there's more tools in our toolkit that we can actually leverage for innovation going forward.
Yeah, no, from my role at ADP, I'm always thinking about how to make sure that our products comply with laws and help our clients comply with their responsibilities. And when generative AI first came out, it was how do we fold this into our existing processes? What new risks is generative AI going to bring to the workplace? And what should we be thinking about adding to our processes to make sure that we're thinking about those new risks? Because we've been working with traditional artificial intelligence for a while. What was new about generative AI was this, you started hearing words like hallucinate. You started hearing, questions about accuracy and privacy. So we had to make sure that we were thinking about all those things. And the pace of change has definitely been exciting. I have a completely different job today than I did probably 3 years ago.
So with things moving so fast and technology evolving, how can businesses look for ways to leverage AI in all its forms?
Oh, one of the things that I would, like if I was talking to a client and they were asking me, what would I do? I'd say really take a good look at what problem you're trying to solve. This technology is so powerful in so many different ways. You have to know where to apply it and what's going to be its best use. So what I'd really think about is, what does my process look like? Where are my pain points? What's so time consuming? And especially with generative AI, it's really useful for efficiency plays. So if you are thinking, oh, this is a really manual process, that's the place where you start. Mm-hmm. And then start small and gain wins as you go. And the more you learn about the technology, the better off you're going to be.
We know the value that AI can bring employees and their organizations, but everyone's in a different stage of their AI adoption. What's the best approach for them to identify what AI use cases or what AI technology they should adopt?
A lot of what people are worried about is how do I deal with all the compliance risk? Think about what you should be doing it with, not what you can do, because you can do a lot of different things with artificial intelligence, but really the key is where will it help us, what should we be doing, and build it around an ethical framework, right? So at ADP we have a set of principles that guide us when we're making decisions about how to use artificial intelligence, and that includes things like human in the loop. It includes things about like making sure that we're transparent when we're designing our artificial intelligence so people know they're interacting with AI and they can make decisions about how best to use it.
I think it's really important. At ADP, we talk about data as our foundation. It is the center of all of it. So one thing first, start with getting your data house in order. It's really important that you don't have your data scattered all over the place because it makes it more difficult to look at. That's probably the easiest way to say it. But then from there, think about what causes your own customers friction points. What are employees talking about? Those are the things that you want to key in on. And at ADP, we spend a lot of time looking at what's important to our clients, what are they saying matters most to them, and bringing them into our design process as we go through that journey. Constantly, discussing, is this going to increase their efficiency? Does it help them make their day better? Is it helping them to make smarter decisions? And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's all about people. So, does it make their people's experience better?